I should have never started videoing this. It's too much work. But
how are you gonna get the TikTok?
How you gonna get the TikTok clips?
The Instagram reels.
I don't do stand up. I don't do stand up crowd work clips.
Then what are you gonna post?
So I got to post podcast clips.
I finally got heckled, and I was like, "Yes, Instagram reels, yes." And then I didn't post any of.
Yeah, why would you post a video?
Well, because I killed her.
Oh,
so
okay.
Comedian kills heckler.
Nine times out of 10, it'll be like, "Sir, what's your job?" And then he'll be like, "I'm actually very successful in my field. I'm a billionaire, and I'm just here to bang these two models." And the comedian will be like, "That's cool." And then he'll upload that clip, and everyone's laughing at him. They're not laughing with the comic. It's really embarrassing.
No, there was this very drunk, I guess Mexican lady in the front row.
What does she sound like? Make fun of her voice.
She went. I don't know.
I'm Latino, so I gave you the pass.
She didn't even have an accent. She just was like very whiny sounding.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in the front row, and then she just went, "You're not funny." But she accused my friend Nick of being a pedophile earlier during his set because
that would be a good clip.
That would have been. I don't know why he hasn't put. Well, it's because his joke was that he's a social worker, and he's like, "Anybody here a social worker?" And she's like, "Woo," which is a weird woo. It's a thing to woo at. Mm-hmm. But he was like, "Oh, what do you do?" And she was like, "I'm a sexuality expert." And he was like, "You kids." And then
so she just reflected his accusation.
Yes. Well, then she just goes, "You're a pedophile. That's weird. Like, that's weird that you would say that." And then my friend Mia went up. And then Mia and I were the only two girls on the show. And then Mia was like, so he's walking in.
Dude, people are walking through rudely.
What the hell?
Through Cowboy Boys podcast.
Hello.
With us is Megan Bitchell.
Hello.
What were you saying about this?
Oh, then Mia went up, and then this heckler lady in the front.
Get out of here.
Come back.
I have to restart the podcast now.
Are we restarting?
No. I don't edit this or anything.
Mia went up, and this drunk lady in the front row just goes, "Woo, we love a hot female."
Mm-hmm. Audiences do.
Yeah, and then I went up to silence. And then I went, "Oh, I'm not a hot female." And then that lady immediately hated me after that. So I kind of deserved it for bullying her as soon as I went up there. But then
they can detect your like actual funny energy. Yeah. And I think hot females, you included.
Well, Mia's hilarious. Mia's the funniest person.
Oh, you think?
Yes.
Well, I don't know Mia. I was trying to build
Mia
you
Faith
up.
Hammond. No. She's way funnier than me, and she's hotter than me.
I know that feeling all too well. The story of my life.
Yeah, because Tim last week was saying that hot people can't be funny.
It's harder.
Yeah, but it's probably feels worse to be an ugly person who's also not funny.
No, because that's all you have.
And you're ugly.
And you're ugly.
But you're like, still, even if you're ugly, you have being ugly.
But if you're ugly and funny, you're like, at least I have funny, and that only grows over time. Whereas if you're hot, you peak at one point and then you lose it. I mean,
I think you get uglier though as you get older.
Yeah, but you also get funnier. Whereas
wouldn't the hot people get funnier?
Everyone, you think, but why
wouldn't they? It's the same thing.
I think they're too bitter when they get old because they had something. It's like when you're a fat kid. That's the way. You got to have a fat kid, and then they gain a personality. The ugly duckling syndrome is the best case scenario.
Okay, wait.
Someone who is ugly as a child develops a personality and then becomes hot in their 20s.
Well, then why don't you just abuse your kid and they're still beautiful?
Strategy.
Yeah, Michael Jackson it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And who's the greatest of all time?
Yeah. That's the other.
That's just one theory. I have a lot of theories about.
That's just a theory.
Raising children, and I'm like, someday I'm gonna have 20 kids from 10 different baby mamas.
Our the ugly duckling, he becomes a beautiful swan. Yes.
All the other ugly ducklings we don't hear about that grew up to be ugly swans.
Swans and geese, are they the same animal?
I think. No, maybe. No, they're not. Geese are different. Swans are like bigger and more beautiful.
Are we sure it's not like the bitch goose is the swan?
I don't think so. I think they're two different things. I'm saying they're not.
I'm saying they're probably the same. They're just different because like there's so many different types of ducks. Like a swan is a type of goose, right?
Sure.
Probably.
The birds. It's a thing I don't think about because I don't care.
I just think about it.
I'm just like, that's a swan. When I see it, I'm like, look at that swan over there.
It's
like a dove and pigeon. That one's more beautiful, so we gave it a more beautiful name.
But they're the same animal?
I think.
So then goose is probably the pigeon, and swan is the dove.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, breaking news. Man.
You're from Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just moved here.
I just moved here in September.
Why? I wanted to ask you about this. Why did you... Were you doing stand-up in Texas?
Yeah, I started stand-up like a year ago.
And so then you started... Because the comedy gold rush is everyone moving to Texas, which I think is a bad move unless you're already established.
Yeah,
Is that why? Is there a reason you came to New York? Because I think I have a bunch of friends who moved to LA, and I'm like, don't go there. There's vampires. They'll eat you alive.
Yeah, vampires.
I mean, I'm like very literal.
No,
blood.
yeah.
They'll suck your blood. They'll suck you dry. Don't go to Texas unless you're already like famous.
Texas is where you go for a tax safe haven.
Yes.
That's why Shane moved there. Like that's
He
why
moved to Utah.
Huh? He moved to Utah?
He was thinking about
Oh no,
Texas.
Shane Gillis.
Oh, okay.
Shane Gillis and then was Rogan already in Texas?
Yeah, he moved during COVID.
All of
very
it's for
smart.
tax reasons. Yeah.
Which is, yeah, of course.
Here's my dream. Okay, wait.
But I don't have money, so I'm like, well,
Exactly.
I'm
So
staying here.
Okay, I was in Austin like 2 weekends ago, and I'd only ever seen like big stand-up shows in Austin, and I was at this place that
So you were there before the rush.
Yes, because I used to have a long-distance ex-boyfriend in Austin when I was in college, so I would always
Where
go
were
to
you?
Austin. I was in Denton. I went to college in Denton, which is like
Where's Denton?
Denton, Texas is an hour north of Dallas.
Denton.
Denton, Denton. It's like an hour north of Dallas, and then no, it's like an hour. It's like 30 minutes from Dallas, and then I'm from Arlington, which is like right in between Dallas and Fort Worth. And Arlington has the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, the Texas Rangers Stadium.
I know that because of King of the Hill.
Yes, Narlington or whatever is
Arlen is the fake city.
Yes, because there's a place. It's a mixture of Arlington and Garland, which is a suburb in Dallas. But I was between like moving to Austin or moving here, but then I already knew I'm a little too quirky. I'm a little too quirked up for the Dallas scene.
Yeah, you're not. If your plans aren't, if you're not established yet, and your plans are, I want to be an edgelord and bomb on Kill Tony over and over. Texas is the move.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I want to write out my jokes and be like, build it, whatever I am up. New York.
No,
is the
because
move.
I've gotten so much better within like just the past like 6 months of being here. Like it's like I want to like strangle myself a year ago for like, because when I moved here I'd only been doing stand-up for like 6 months, but I've been doing like sketch and improv for like way longer than that.
Ooh.
I know, but I like to act and I like writing, which like I don't. Okay,
What do you like out of all those three? Improv, stand-up, and what, sketch? Sketch is neutral to stand-up.
Sketch
comics.
is my favorite. Sketch is my favorite out of everything because
That
I
can
think
be the
it's
funniest and last the longest.
Yes, because also like I think I love like a Looney Tunes type of joke, or like I love physical comedy like more than anything.
Yeah, that's the best.
'Cause
Ren and Stimpy,
Jackass, like yeah,
Tom Green.
yes. And you can't do that in stand-up, or like it's not. There's like there's limitations in stand-up.
Yeah, you can't paint a mural and then have like a roadrunner run into it.
Exactly. You
On
can't have
stand-up.
yes.
I used to have a joke about that with ISIS. Like how I'm ISIS like beheading videos. Like it's crazy how they're getting crazier and crazier. And then it was like I was talking about like, have you seen the ISIS video where they have a stick of dynamite in a boxing glove and then they use the extendo thing and push it out, and then there's a guy on roller skates and he has rockets tied to him and they shoot him out, and audiences hated it.
I love that.
They were like, what are you talking about? That's not a real video. I'm like, of course not. I'm just I'm doing Looney Tunes bits.
No, walk with me.
Also, I'm a bad explainer, so.
No, I was I went to like a normal show in Austin like 2 weeks ago.
Show?
Like a show that I would get booked on in New York equivalent show in Austin. Like a mid-level bar-ish show. Like not at a club, but like a normal.
Just what do they call it? It's like not a variety. I should know. Like a variety show, comics, 10-minute sets, 20.
Yeah, just like 10 minutes. Yeah, but not anybody like really big or whatever on the show. And
just Joe Rogan.
Just Joe Rogan.
Tim Dillon.
Everybody was just doing the craziest like anti-trans stuff. Like it was so insane. And then this girl in the bathroom that I didn't know, we were just both washing our hands, and she just goes, "Did you think this show was gonna be like this?" And I was like, "No, I really didn't." And two of my friends were on the show, and they were the two better ones, thank God. But it was just like very like they were all like just being really like, man, these trannies. I fucked this post-op tranny the other day.
Oh, so they f with them, but they don't f with them.
Exactly. They were
That's
using
cool.
like it pronouns for like trans girls that they've had sex with. It was just like very like they're just being really like just crazy offensive for no real reason. But and they weren't being funny.
I think they have a. That's called a deep closeted self-hatred.
Probably.
No, I did it, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, but it was.
I'm still
gross.
cool.
Yeah, God,
It's like just be gay.
it was also
Just be
they made
openly
us.
gay.
Yeah, they
Embrace your true self.
They made us lock up our phones, like at John Mulaney. You know, you get the
Yeah.
bag, the like magnet bag. They made us lock up our phones at this show, like of this normal ass show. And then I asked the host afterwards. I was like, "Why did we have to do this?" And he was like, "Oh, because 2 years ago, someone said so many slurs during their set that somebody pulled out their phone and started recording them, and then like got them canceled."
Oh, that was Kill Tony talking about the Chinese guy.
Oh, that's my friend Peng. My friend Peng was on that. Was the one who got yelled at. He's a Dallas comic. That was crazy when it happened. But it's also which like is just if you're gonna say that many slurs and then get mad that somebody recorded you, maybe don't be that predictable with how many slurs you're gonna. Maybe only
Own it.
Yeah, maybe own it a little bit and not cry because someone recorded you.
That's
But
one of those things where I'm like, I don't film myself. It's like I don't know if I like all the Louis C.K. bootlegs
Yeah.
and stuff because I'm like, oh, that was fun. That was better than his special.
yeah,
So, but
no,
you got it's gonna you have a digital footprint to worry about. It's all gonna be forever.
it's it forever. My dream is
This podcast is gonna last forever.
forever.
No pressure.
My
Don't
dream,
say anything.
My dream is to go and kill Tony, and then I go kill Tony. All right, and I shoot him in the head.
I think he would like that.
I think that would be good. I think
think-
I wouldn't get tackled and murdered at all.
I think because it's in Texas, they have to have security. I think everyone's packing. It would start. Everyone would be shooting it. It would cause
Everyone's-
a mass event.
Okay, what if I go kill Tony? All right, and then I drop a piano on his head.
All right, there you go.
And his teeth fall out like piano keys, and they
That's
make,
more your style.
Yeah, I would do that.
They would know
I could get
instantly.
away with that.
This has the markings of a Meg Bitchell bit.
Yeah. No, it was grim stuff is happening in Austin, Texas, but
So you had to leave,
I had to leave. I had to flee.
and you
for
came
my life.
here,
Yeah.
and you're killing it and loving it. And
I'm having fun.
that's what.
Killing it. I don't know. I'm having fun though. So, and that's what matters. Having fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
making money is pretty good too.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you're having fun.
Yeah, I'm having fun. Yeah.
That's the only thing I worry about. Is I'm like, how do I make this profitable?
How do I become? You should just have huge boobs.
Does that help?
Yeah.
I'm losing mine.
No. We gotta.
Again, smaller, my little A cups.
No, I just have a Patreon for my boobs, and that's how I do everything.
Is that one of your plug? Do you need to plug that right now?
No, but if you want to, patreon.com/Megan Bitchell. Who knows? But
Hell yeah.
yeah. So that's the type of shit I've been on. The IRS is gonna murder me.
They will.
Yes.
That's what I'm dealing
I have
with.
to hire an accountant. The IRS is gonna fucking kill me.
I'm like, I have that. This podcast is. They're looking for me. Because so it's just like Patreon. It's not like you're not finger blasted like it's not like
whole.
OnlyFans.
That's what my all of my friends or like agent friends, the advice was like, don't do OnlyFans because it makes you like unbookable for like for film and stuff. Still,
because my whole thing, I've always said, if you get into this if you get in the field, there's some woman who was on it used to be called Attack of the Show.
Oh, I know
she used to date Jeff Dye. She's really hot, but she was like top porn star. I'm really bad at remembering names, but she never showed whole. And it was like Belle Delphine did the same thing for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I think who's the rapper who was on Dr. Phil? What's her name? She made like $1 million in the first day.
Oh,
Bad
Catch
Babby.
Me Outside.
Yeah, Bad Babby.
Bad
All of
yeah.
them, and I've said this, and I've told everyone on the podcast, all you ladies, always go as close as you can.
I'm never showing whole, and that's the good thing about.
Oh
Patreon.
no! You're never.
But on Patreon, you're
You
not allowed
might
to.
someday, because you gotta put the breadcrumbs for the guys. She's gonna do it, and you just string them along for years.
It even the first thing it says on like the about page, I said there's no hole and there's never gonna be.
No, but
So,
maybe someday.
Patreon won't let you.
They don't know that.
They do.
No, the guys on the
Oh.
I'm saying for get your bag.
It's okay. It's the pictures on there are more like cute, like, oh, my girlfriend sent me this lazy photo. It's very
girlfriend-
low effort.
The girlfriend experience.
Yeah, I go, I had a bad week, and it's a picture of my boobs, and everybody goes, have a better week, Megan.
Hell
It's
yeah.
actually, they're really nice on there.
Yeah, but that's always been my thing. It's like I should become an e-pimp. Just do.
You should become an Andrew Tate type.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he is an e-pimp.
I'd be pretty good at it. I think. Just be dropping red pills.
Yeah.
You got to do no fap, fellas. Boost your T.
Yeah.
Makes you more of a man.
Also, shave your armpits.
Guys,
That's my opinion. I think men should shave their armpits.
I do. It's nicer.
I think armpit hair is gross.
Although it does smell different when you shave it.
How so?
It's weird. It's like I don't know.
Like it smells worse?
No, it smells different. It smells bad in a different way.
Like it sticks to your clothes instead of your armpit hair?
No, it like has a different fauna.
Huh.
I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, that's one of those things where whenever I see like a non-binary girl who's like, I dyed my armpit hair green, I'm like, I haven't shaved in a while. Don't make fun of me.
No.
But see, it's pretty short.
That's tame.
It'll go wild, and I'll like, oh, I gotta get rid of this.
I also think if your chest hair isn't curly, shave it.
Are you dating a lot of Asian guys?
No, just
Who is non-curly chest hair?
white boys.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, embarrassing.
Yeah, they look like bears. They look scary.
How big are these guys? Are they bears?
I dated it. Well, no, they're not. No.
Little twink bears.
I just think it's better if it's like smooth-ish, I guess. I dated this guy over the summer that like
Are you top? Shave your arm. You better shave your asshole. I'm coming over.
If you don't shave it, I'm not gonna. Yeah, no.
In town, bitch.
No, I think it's just gross. Hair's gross, I think. And which is like, is that anti-feminist? If I think all hair is gross, then that's not anti. I'm lucky because my arm hair is blonde, or like all of my body hair is blonde, so I don't have to do anything. Except for I in high school theater, for no reason, I started just burning off my leg hair, and then that hair started permanently growing back like black. So I have to say, like,
you would burn all your leg hair.
Well, just for like we were fucking around before.
Not like that's not how you're like. Well, I can't get razors, and I don't know.
No, I was just fucking around. I was
okay,
like,
you were burning patches of it.
Yeah.
So you have like black patches of hair.
Yeah.
Like a Dalmatian.
Yeah. No, so there's like a part like right here where it's around my ankles because I was wearing pants when I was doing this. So like all like right here it just grows back black.
That was your party trick?
It was more of like I was just bored.
Hey guys, look, I'm burning my hair.
I was like, I'm not an actress in this
like,
play. I need attention. Let me burn my leg hair off. I have to go sit in the lighting booth for 3 hours tonight. But,
I bet people still remember that. Who was that girl that used to burn her hair?
Who's that crazy bitch?
I can smell it like it was yesterday.
I was in theater in high school. Or I was in marching band for 2 years because my boyfriend was in marching band.
We can tell you were in theater.
But I didn't act. I just did lighting because I really like lighting.
All right, so that might be why you're not over the top. Like,
no, gay people just like me.
No, but I'm saying like theater kids have like a real
a je ne sais quoi.
like a really just like yuck.
Yeah.
Get away. Like they're all. It's like an incestuous group of nerds.
It's like.
But I feel like you've risen above it.
Because I did lighting, and then they let students write a play, or they let students submit plays, and then they produced a play that I wrote. It was deeply embarrassing, because I was in high school when like the 2016 election happened, and that like melted my brain. And
not just you.
I felt it a lot of people's brain. Well, I was like a Taylor Swift feminist girl when I was like 16,
nice.
And so, but
that's when she was still singing songs about not being gay.
Correct. Yes.
Those lost albums that you can't find anywhere.
Blank Space. Good song. She no, but I was a Bernie girl. Like when I was 15, I was like, yes, Bernie. And then
I still am. I'm still a Bernie girl.
I guess. Yeah.
Well, his Israel comments have made me a little sus.
I'm glad that he didn't become president, because then everybody would just hate him. It's kind of cool. Like you either die a hero, whatever.
That's why Trump's so cool, because everyone loves him.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's my best friend.
No, I was in high school. I was a Ron Paul guy.
Whoa.
You probably weren't even born at this point. Back in
was that 2008?
Yeah, it was 2008.
I remember.
And so me and my buddies made like Ron Paul. It was like, this is in Utah, and it was just like 5 of us. That's how little play libertarians make.
That's awesome.
Even in the middle of Utah, we're like on the overpass of the freeway holding
Was
signs.
he Mitt Romney's VP in 2012?
Mitt Romney's too much of a neocon.
Wait, then why do I know who Ron Paul? He has like big ears.
Yeah, Ron Paul rules. He's a gynecologist.
He wasn't Mitt Romney's running mate?
No, never. I don't remember who Ron Paul's running mate, if it even got that far. Ron Paul's super libertarian, like the OG.
Like the Tea Party, like?
No, Tea Party people think they're libertarians.
Oh.
The things with libertarians is that they all kind of hate each other because the whole idea is like, get less government, let me go out in the woods and build bombs and do my own thing. And so there's like a full spectrum of like, well, we do need roads, and it's like, well, we do need, and so there's like that.
They can't agree on what level of like anarchist they are.
Exactly,
yeah.
because
they wouldn't call themselves anarchists because that's gay.
Yeah, because anarchy is like, no, that is cringe.
Yeah, it's a little too communist.
Crust punks, communism. That's too far left, and libertarians like guns and just camping about it. So Ron Paul was like the perfect ideal, and like it really locked into me at that point. And I'm just like, oh, this is my politics forever.
Yeah.
I'm woke. Also, I'm a big fan of all the best Simpsons episodes are written by John Swartzwelder.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, he's a libertarian. So that's basically it. Ron
Which
Paul.
ones? I hate Homer's Enemy or Homer. The one with what's his fucking name? It's like
the guy who electrocutes himself.
Yes, I don't like that episode.
Did he write that one?
I think so.
Well, you know what? That's my favorite one.
Really?
No.
Which ones did the libertarian guy write?
Oh, so many of the best ones. Let's look it up. He also writes like books, and just that's all his Twitter is.
I'm a big I love Bart's Comet. That's one of my favorite low key Simpsons ones. I love all the Conan just hit crazy.
Yeah, people simp for Conan, and he's good.
They give him a little too much credit because he was only the head writer on like a couple of them, or
of some of the most memorable ones.
Yes,
but I'm gonna have a controversial take. The most memorable episodes are not the funniest ones, because the most memorable ones have like a plot and an arc, and they're most memorable because you remember what happened in them. But if you watch the funniest episodes, the John Swartzwelder episodes, they're not. You don't remember it because it's just wall to wall jokes.
Yeah,
there's nothing that happens in it that's important. It's just stupid.
What's the
Bart? He's been there since the beginning. Bart, that guy.
Okay. Which ones has he written?
I'm looking it up on the Simpsons wiki. I haven't been here in a while. Let's go to. There's
a really good Simpsons like webpage that explains all of like the older like the context for random cultural jokes that like just don't make any sense anymore.
It's funny because we're talking about something that Simpsons like fandom is dead now. It's all the kids crave for Family Guy.
Simpsons fandom is dying.
No, it's all Family Guy clips now over Subway Surfer videos.
Which I'm happy that 30 Rock clips are coming.
I feel like that peaked and went away in like
no,
a
it's
week.
on TikTok. It's moving to TikTok.
That's just your TikTok.
No,
that's what the algorithm shows you.
Which ones did he write?
Oh, there's all these.
Let me see. Okay, well, let me see.
Too many good ones. But libertarianism is I like to call myself that because I'm like, oh well, both these systems I'm piecing out, and I have a clear conscience when I vote.
He joined later then? He wasn't in like...
No, he was like 1990. He was like OG.
But these are season... Oh. I thought this was saying season 7.
Anyways,
he wrote Bart's Comet? Okay.
There you go. He's your favorite now.
That's fine. Oh yeah, he did write Homer's Enemy. I don't like that one.
Grimes.
Yes. Grimy, whatever.
Frank Grimes. No, he's the best.
That one's not funny. That episode's not funny.
It is memorable though.
Yeah, I guess.
Which is part of my argument.
I like the what is the one where he works for they move to they move you only move twice, is that what it's called?
Maybe.
And then there's the Hank Scorpio.
Oh, that one.
That one's a great. That one's not super funny. That's a great plot.
That's a Conan one.
Yeah, I love that one.
That one's great. But anyways, you were. It was Trump who was being elected. You were saying something about how it broke your brain.
Yeah,
you were writing a play.
I wrote a play.
You're also a writer, a libertarian writer.
Yeah, I wrote a play that got produced by my high school senior year.
What was it about? What was it called?
It's about a lesbian running for president. It was called A Presidential Outing.
Damn, that's pretty good.
It was.
You're just calling Hillary out.
It was like this girl, when you're 17. and you are like, yeah, politics. And then
Yeah.
the plot was like this lesbian ran for president, but she wasn't out. And then someone threatened to out her. And then it's some journalist comes to talk to her like years after it happened. So then it's told through flashbacks.
Did they produce this?
Yeah. And
Was it like comedic or was it?
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
Okay.
And then
I would assume.
yeah, this one girl had to drop out because her mom found out it was about lesbians. So then I had to play her role. She had a very small role though. And then the church group protested the play by buying tickets to it, and they were like, "We're just gonna sit in and we're not gonna laugh." And they laughed, and they had a good time. I was like, "Oh, okay."
That is the best feeling in comedy is making people who hate you
are like, okay,
laugh. Because when you go to a comedy show. And people, I hate although like the cadence of stand up where like my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm doing a girl voice because I'm being a hacker now.
but
But like guys do it too. So I'm doing it. And then they like, you hit the setup and punchline. And there's a type of laugh. Well, the worst thing is clapping. And when people clap, it's just like, I think the president should be non-binary. And there's no joke. And everyone's like, woo.
I ironically snap when people start clapping because
that's the worst. And then there's the normal jokes where people are like, okay, I see what you did there, and we're at a comedy show, and I'm going to fulfill the transaction of you technically on paper told a joke, and I'm drunk, and so we're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
The thing I like going for, which leads to the most bombs, is you make people who hate your fucking guts laugh at something they don't want to laugh at. That's the only pure like form of jokes.
It's awesome.
And when you see people being like, no, but like laughing through it, that's the best. So you're already killing it.
Yeah.
If you're making people protest your show, they're like,
awesome.
All right, that's good.
No, I had to pick between. This was a very High School Musical problem to have. I was either do my play or be in
or be the homecoming queen
or be in the poetry slam contest. Or there's a thing that it was called Martin Idol. My high school was called Martin High School, but
after the TV show,
like American Idol. Wait, like Martin?
What is that? UPN.
Oh yes, Martin. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was before my time.
No one talk. I'm such
no one talking
a
about
boomer.
Martin anymore. No, my boss Tommy at my old job. Shout out Tommy. He was the first week that I started working there. He was like, "You like comedy?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You ever seen Martin?" I was like, "No, sir." And he made me look it up. It was really funny.
Was that how you got like? Why do you know older reference? Before we started, I was telling you, I'm talking to other comics your age, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know Tim and Eric, and they're like, what? Or like, I'm like, you know Tom Green, and they're like, we've never heard of Tom Green.
So crazy.
And so I'm like, it's for the first time in my life, I'm hitting this patch where I'm like, oh, I'm old. I'm an old head. No one cares about my opinions.
I've been an old head my entire life, I think, or because like this is gonna sound so stupid, like. As a child, I would go to the library and I'd borrow like the Abbott and Costello DVDs.
I referenced Abbott and Costello. No one knows what I was talking about.
I love Abbott and Costello.
These Zoomers don't know their history.
They don't know Abbott and Costello. They don't know Carol Burnett. They don't know like Elaine and May and Mike Nichols. No, I love
because you can reference these things, and I knew what they were. Like, okay, I've never seen who created stand up. The old guy who just swore back in the 50s.
Oh,
what's his name? Joe Rogan idolizes him.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, you can reference Rodney Dangerfield, but I now know who it is.
Yeah. No, but like, no, I just like, as a kid, I just like, was like, I started at like 1920s comedy.
Why?
I don't know. Or because I really liked Looney Tunes as a kid. I was a huge Looney Tunes kid. And then like all of the, like I love slapstick comedy and stuff and all of, which is probably just because I watched all this weird old shit when I was a kid because we didn't have cable. So I just had to go to the library and get what was available at the library to watch.
I did that a lot too. I was just...
I love the library.
I would read nothing but Far Side comics.
Yes.
Calvin and Hobbes. I was talking about this. I remember reading literally 30 Garfield books just sitting on... Like,
I read a bunch of Calvin and Hobbes books. Yeah.
But I read Garfield and I'm like, I'm probably 10 years old... sitting Indian style in the library, just 30 books, hours of reading Garfield. Yeah. And it was literally like 6 hours of me reading Garfield. And I look up, I'm just like, this isn't funny. I've wasted my childhood reading Garfield.
You grew old in that time.
I could have read The Far Side over and over again.
No, I loved Calvin and Hobbes. Yeah. And then like, in the 4th grade, I think I had a lot of adults in my life that just like forced me to like the things they were just like, sit down, shut up, we're watching this now. But my uncle used to like he would burn DVDs from Netflix, so he'd have them in our private like library or whatever.
For any young kids, Netflix used to rent you DVDs and they'd ship them to you in the mail. It was revolutionary.
It was awesome.
That's what killed Blockbuster. What's Blockbuster? You don't know what that is either.
You don't even want to know, honey. But no, and so he had all of the Simpsons burned, and so that I like the summer, like going into like 5th grade, I watched all of the Simpsons because I put it on my iPod Nano, and I watched it on this tiny screen at daycare because I had to go to like summer.
You didn't have them on that one. What was the Game Boy Advance thing? Not the Game Boy, but it was like the hip clip.
Oh my god,
the SpongeBob episodes on the hip clip,
the worst quality possible
at 240p and 10 frames a second.
Awesome, God. No, and then it was the summer that Michael Jackson died. I was at a predominantly black daycare, allegedly. I didn't know who Michael Jackson was until he died because I was 8 or 7.
I had that in my Spanish class in 7th grade. They were talking about J-Lo. And I'm like, who's J-Lo?
Oh my God.
In 2008?
Whoa.
And then, like, probably, I mean, she's been at the peak forever. And my Spanish teacher, Senorita Ramirez, goes, like, on my desk. She's like, you don't know who J-Lo is? And the entire class is staring at me. I'm like, no, I guess I'm a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, I guess I'll fail this class.
Loser.
And I guess it doesn't matter.
So then they explained it to me, and I'm like, man, I don't fuck Senorita Ramirez.
No, yeah, so when Michael Jackson died, the daycare counselor, I call it daycare because that's like what it was. It wasn't camp. It was like literally like after school care, but during the full day during the summer because my parents were divorced and my mom had to work and we weren't allowed to see my dad. And so we had to, I had to like go to daycare like all day during the summer. And then I guess this was probably going into 4th grade. I don't remember what year Michael Jackson died. It's 2009.
Somewhere around there.
But
wait a minute.
They sat us down and told us Michael Jackson died.
Like it's 9/11 or like the Challenger explosion. And
I knew. And
your teacher's crying.
It was so funny. And I already knew he died because I like watched the news every morning as a kid, like a little freak. And then was it 2009?
Yeah. June 25th, 2009.
Yeah, so it must have been.
If you believe the narrative.
Yeah, if. No, so I was going into 4th grade when that happened. And then, so I guess I was already watching The Simpsons then. And then, we weren't allowed to watch anything on the TV that summer except for the Michael Jackson music video like compilation DVDs. And like so then I would like sneak in movies on my iPod and we'd all sit around my iPod and watch.
How many kids?
It was like there was like 5 of us. It was like my iPod Nano and I had The Shining on my iPod because my uncle was like, Megan, you're gonna love this. You love reading. And so he gave it to me as like a 9-year-old. He was like, you're gonna love The Shining.
That's a good uncle connection.
He's nuts. He's like a huge U2 guy. He accused me of being an Afro-nationalist during Black Lives Matter. I'll never say. But he texted my mom. He was like, you need to rein in your fucking daughter because she's saying crazy fucking shit on Twitter right now. And then he called me stupid. My mom was like, actually, fuck you, Bill.
That's crossing the line.
Yes. Yeah. He was like, he was like, I thought you raised a smarter daughter than that. And then she was like, I actually don't call your stupid fat daughter stupid and fat. So Audrey, you're not fat. I'm sorry.
His words.
Yeah, sorry.
Accusation.
Then like 2 months ago, my uncle Bill, which is the most uncle name in the fucking world.
I got a black girlfriend now, and he's like, I see the error of my ways.
No,
you were right.
He texted my and then my mom also. I'm just gonna air out all my family drama right now. My mom sent my cousin like $100 for her 16th birthday,
nice.
Which like that's just it's $100 or whatever. And he which like we're not close with like any of our extended family really, or just because we live in Texas, they live in Oklahoma, my other family lives in Michigan, and they're all like insane people. She sent my cousin $100. And then my uncle like texts my mom. He goes, thanks for doing that. She's so happy. She's never been this happy about anything I've ever given her. Thanks a lot. You made us look really fucking bad. And it was like, are you serious? Like, what's wrong? Then my mom texted me. She was like, can you send Audrey another $100? I'll just send you $100 just so we can piss off my uncle even more.
Dude, the family dynamics are so funny.
God. And then
because I had my grandma, I think I was like 10, and she sent me a card with like $5 in it for my birthday.
awesome.
And I was like, nice, $5. I'm 10. This is a lot of money right now. And I guess my dad's like a little autistic, like he didn't notice or whatever. No one told me to do anything. And then I found out, how did I find out? She stopped sending me cards, and I was like,
Did you not write a thank you note?
I didn't write a thank you
Old
note. Because
people are fucking nuts about thank you notes.
Because I noticed like my cousins were still getting cards. I'm like, how come I didn't get a card? I'm like, he's like, you didn't write it. Someone told me, like, you didn't give grandma a thank you note?
So not your
what
fault.
the hell? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm 10.
I'm 10.
No one told me to do this.
I've never received a thank you note.
Yeah.
No, it was, I got so pissed. I had a birthday party.
I missed out on like $50
That's fucked up.
over the years. She died pretty early, so you grandma.
No, I had a birthday party in kindergarten, and like, you know, I got gifts or whatever. And then my mom made me write thank you notes to everyone in my fucking class. And then next year she was like, what birthday party do you want? I was like, I don't want one. I don't want to write thank you notes. And she was like, are you serious? I was like, no, you. I was like, no, I'm not doing that again. So I never had a birthday party again because I didn't want to write thank you notes.
That's very funny.
My mom was like, what? I was like, no, you suck. No one gives a fuck about a thank you note.
They don't.
No, unless you're an old weird bitch. But
Unless you're like a weird corporate freak.
yes, thank you notes are like networking.
Yeah.
But thank you notes are like, thank you for interviewing me. Do you want to see my pussy sometime? And then they're like, yes.
I would like that thank you note.
Yeah, I would take that one.
Thank you.
But no, my uncle, he apologized, or no, he didn't apologize to my mom. Like literally 2 months ago. This all happened like 4 years ago. The birthday gift, or like $100. I guess it was 2 years ago.
I gotta move.
Yeah. It's like I gotta skip town. No, he texts my mom. He goes, "So are we ever gonna talk again?" And it's just like, you've just been a bitch for the past 5 years.
$100.
Yeah, you called me stupid,
That's
which, you know, whatever.
nothing.
Yeah. First of all, I'm famous.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Well, that's not a counter argument.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. That was too much information. We're gonna bleep that. We're gonna reminder to bleep that at this timestamp. Yeah, stupid asshole. And my mom was like, "I think you owe me an apology." Then he never responded to her.
I feel like I'm a guy. I'm like, I find it really hard to apologize. If I've done something wrong, which I never have, then I would apologize. But I've never done anything wrong.
Exactly.
I'm a good guy. I'm a fan. All my choices make logical sense. Because like people will always be like, "Yeah, you're actually right, Mac, but you should apologize." This is the thing. Thank you note all over again.
Yes.
Where I'm like, no, I'm not going to apologize to save their feelings.
No, because then,
that's a real guy thought. Autistic guy thought.
I totally understand. Because then, then if you apologize, you go, "I'm sorry that you feel that way," or like, because that's like it. Or like,
you can't even do that.
You can't do that because that's worse. Because then you're not owning whatever.
Yeah, in my mind, if I apologize, even though I was in the right, and people are like, well, let's just make everyone. It's like, well, then you're reinforcing that person's bad behavior. And I refuse to. I refuse to have no friends and die alone. Die on my hill.
No, it's just
But your uncle, yeah, he should apologize.
Yeah,
it's $100.
$100. Fuck you, dude.
Oh, I almost said the thing we had to believe.
No. No, but yeah, don't apologize. Never apologize. Well, especially to yeah. No, speaking of I refuse to apologize for the hockey game situation.
Do you want to talk about that?
I think it's funny. I'm not but okay. For those of you that don't know, we went to my friends and I bought these tickets to a hockey game. They were on the glass. Like, they were like amazing seats. I've never been to the Islanders stadium before, so I didn't know the seating situation. But I was like, oh my God, these are amazing seats. I'm going to get 3 or like 4 of them so we can all go together because I love hockey so much. And then we'll all wear propeller hats and have giant lollipops, and I'm gonna have a sign that says like my first Islanders game, so that way it looks like we're little kids and we'll get on the jumbotron because
and you're sitting right there on the glass
because it looks, they'll see us, and like they always put little kids on the screen. So the joke was that we were little kids and we get on the screen, and we get there and we found out that the seats were actually the wheelchair seats or the handicap section.
I see nothing controversial yet. You'll have to explain.
Then we posted, so then the video was, we were in shock because it looked like we were worried that it looked like we were making fun of wheelchair people.
Did you put that out there?
Yes.
That's your fault.
I know, but it was in like a curb situation. So the video, because the caption was, "We had no idea that these were the handicap seats," which also apparently handicap is a word that people don't like.
Yeah, you can't say that anymore.
The community is very torn or is very split in half on it.
You can't even acknowledge that people are disabled anymore.
Right. I'm sorry. But no, they were. People were just like, the video was.
I don't think you can say disabled.
Yes, you can.
No, disabled is like, I've heard you're not supposed to say disabled. You're supposed to say differently abled. I'm not kidding.
That can't be.
I still say retard. I don't care. I'm 35 years old. Kids don't know who Tom Green is. I'm not changing.
Yeah,
you can't change it. I'm locked in. I'm not learning a new word.
But
I like trans people, and I'm saying retarded. That's exactly where I hit.
God, no, but then
the sexy ones.
Yeah.
I'm talking about retards.
Yeah, of course. No, the video was because we were filming because we were like, oh my God, these seats are so close to the ice. It's gonna be so awesome. And so we were already recording, and then we got there and we realized that they were like the wheelchair seats, or because they just put out little seats, like fold up ones.
How soon did you buy? When did you buy these tickets?
Like maybe a week before the game. They were resale. So they had the resale sign. They didn't have the little wheelchair guy sign.
Okay, so it was someone else's tickets. It was probably a wheelchair guy.
It's because then I looked it up. You have to go to the stadium. You have to go through the stadium to get the wheelchair seats. So somebody, like, you have to contact the arena. They don't just sell them to the general public. So somebody that needed them bought them and then resold them.
So this guy's in a wheelchair scalping tickets.
Well, they were only like $100. I was like, $100 on the ice. That's awesome.
What?
Yes, that's why I bought. I was like, that's awesome. I'd never been to the stadium before, so I didn't know how much they were going to actually cost.
This might be a loophole.
Yes, a little bit. If you want to be a bad person,
I'm not. I want to be a bad person.
100. Yes. And then there were two girls sitting next to us that were like, did you guys know that these were wheelchair seats? We're like, no, we had no idea. They're like, we didn't either. These are amazing. And they're like, and then I saw them buy the tickets to the next few games. I had those exact same seats. Because maybe someone had them like for season tickets or something. Like people just resell their season tickets all the time. But
they can't get out there because they're.
Yeah. But no. And so then the video I posted was my friend Noah goes, I think we got to take the hats off. And my friend Andrew, I think Andrew's why I'm in trouble. Andrew goes, no, in like the girliest like Jewish shriek voice ever. And then my friend Ethan is just standing there looking like perplexed. He goes, this is insane. We look insane.
Yeah, you need someone like me in your crew to be like, hey, look, I'm a retard. And then people are like, you can't do that. I'm like, I don't care. Cancel me. It'll only help my career.
But then
when you show a little bit of your belly, that's when they claw at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking nude, come at me. I'm nude on the savannah. Come rip my throat out. How dare you? No, and people don't like that. They don't like that. Too easy of prey.
But yeah, then
he wants it.
What did I say? I said in the video, I just go, it's not our fault. And then it cut to during the national anthem, we took the propeller hats off and we put them over our heart, which was funny.
That's not funny. That's respectful.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, we actually got canceled for respecting the national anthem.
I guess, yeah, you should.
We should have kept them on. Yeah.
You should have kept them on and took a knee and put your fist up.
No, then people,
for all the black hockey players,
Ruth
all three of them.
Forever, yeah.
How many black hockey players are there?
Maybe zero.
No, there's at least a couple.
There's at least one right now. The Dallas Stars have the one Asian guy in the league right now.
Me and Diego watch hockey, and we've spotted black referees, and we're like, whoa. Super rare.
That's crazy.
There's not a lot of black people in hockey.
That was like, I forget.
It's growing.
I think it was St. Louis. There was a black guy on Twitter who was like, they've been hiding hockey from us. And then St. Louis was like, come to our games, we'll sit you in the front row. And like they invited one black guy to a hockey game and they like tweeted about it nonstop. It was cute.
It's like a college being like putting him on their front brochure. Come here.
Literally, they were literally doing that for hockey. It was so funny. And then they like gave him all of this merch and stuff. It was very funny. Or he was like, they've been hiding it from us. No, and then so then people just
So you took off your propeller cap. You were being respectful.
Yeah.
You uploaded the video.
Yeah. And then the video got like 5 million views.
Nice.
And most of the comments were like, this is such like a Seinfeld curb situation.
No,
this is so
people
funny.
Got it.
Yeah, people got it. And then it left my audience. And like it was mostly like mom bloggers, which first of all, I'm not going to argue with you if you post your child's face on your account because I know you're stupid. Like that just means you like are, if you're using your kid for content, you're an idiot. Yeah. So if that's your whole blog, whatever. And then this one girl like
No, I get it. Because moms, that's their world, that's their interest. So then they like seeing what all the other
be
moms
interesting.
I don't. It's not for me. It is interesting to them. They like kid stuff.
Yeah, but like
I like old Simpson
the
clips.
idea of like, or like, I don't know, the idea of like you have a kid and then your whole life becomes another person.
Oh, I think it's gross and disgusting, but I do see why people think it's interesting.
I get why it happens,
Yeah.
or I get why, but it's just like, why are you making money off of this now? It's very confusing.
Why
to
am
me.
I making money off of this?
Yeah, but patreon.com. I don't know if you have a Patreon. But
I also show my tits on Patreon.
wow,
It's really
exclusive
nice
content. No, some account with like 130,000 TikTok followers was like, she was just like, you knew that these were handicap seats and you did this on purpose. It's like, I didn't. And I even made a video showing like how I accidentally.
You played into it. That's what they want. They want you
I didn't respond. No, I didn't respond. So before, I made a video immediately after I posted the first one being like, hey guys, I know what this looks like. This is how this accidentally happened. I didn't apologize.
I'm still saying you didn't apologize, which is good. You should never apologize.
No, I went, here's what it looked like when I bought the seats. They were $100. Why would I have not have bought these seats?
Yeah.
And then that's like, I was
front
like,
row tickets. Whatever, whoever made the mistake, I'm taking it.
yeah. And then so that was all I posted. And then they were like, actually, when you buy these seats, a screen comes up saying that they are ADA accessible and you have to click OK. And it's like, I literally didn't fucking notice.
Or yeah, it's like, does anyone read any pop-up?
Who fucking? I was like, first of all, I have ADHD, so maybe that's why I didn't rate it. The fucking sign. I don't have ADHD.
You just exposed yourself, nerd, reading the terms and agreement.
Whoever has read any of those?
Me for fun sometimes, but
And some people were like, this is a really good insight into what buying tickets looks like for someone without anxiety.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you shut up?
I feel like, yeah, it doesn't matter unless a really funny wheelchair person stitched you and be like, I was actually trying to buy those tickets.
Someone was like,
that would then you're like,
there was a really funny comment that was like, that explains the 4 guys in wheelchairs I saw outside the stadium. No, and then I got some crazy comments that were like, are you gonna abort your baby if it's disabled? When you have a baby, are you gonna abort that? I was like,
I mean, it depends on what kind of
depends
disabled.
on how bad it is.
If it's Down syndrome, no.
No, if it has Down syndrome, that's the golden ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna abort my Down syndrome baby. God,
We should try. We should have one.
we should have a Down syndrome baby. I have to wait till I'm like 40, so that way we have better odds at Down syndrome. But
Is that what it takes?
if you're older, you're at a higher risk of having a baby
a
with Down
lady?
syndrome. As a lady, yeah, because your eggs get
Because
dried
it's like
up.
older guys have like autistic sons, right? Or autistic babies.
Was that
I think that's
statistically? Or is it just because old men kind of just develop autism with age?
Oh.
So they raise their children with autism?
I think it's just all the young sperm just is like, well, whatever. We're not being used.
Yeah. So they develop special interests. They're just sitting around.
It's all the from looking at train videos.
Yeah, the sperms build speed trains in your balls.
They're just bored doing whatever.
No, my mom had me so late that they had to do the chromosome testing on me before I was born. I have a picture of all my chromosomes because they test you if your mom's over like 35.
How many you got? 23?
I got
24?
the right number.
How many is that?
20. Trisomy 21 is the Down syndrome one. So I think you normally have 22.
It's 23.
23 in me. I get it now. Yeah. I get it now.
I think Down syndrome people have like an extra one.
23 in me?
They're 24.
What?
They have like an extra half one. Don't quote me on that.
That's because the X and Y, the Y just looks like a half, I think.
No, that's your gender.
Yeah, but that's a chromosome, right?
Yeah, that's like 2 of them.
Yeah, but one of them looks like a little half and one of them is a whole.
Yeah, I don't know what that whole thing is. So if you're...
Who fucking knows? I'm mad about the hockey thing because I love wearing a propeller hat and now I can't wear them for like a while.
Why?
Because people are going to, well, I don't know. There's like a...
Double down.
True,
you're in comedy. That's the only place to double down.
That's true.
And politics, but people are cowards there.
Yeah. George Santos.
No, I remember being like... This is probably around the same time. 20 or back... in the election 2016. When was Palin? Palin was...
That's 2012.
2012. She was
John McCain's
running mate. And Conan was doing jokes. You know,
I guess that was 2008.
His little monologues or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I remember it wrong, but I remember like his joke being something about like the only thing... It was a different time. It wasn't edgy back then. It was something like... who was it, Conan? Now I'm like wondering because it even seems insane to say right now, but it was like the only thing that everything that comes out of Sarah Palin's mouth is retarded. The only thing that has come, her pussy, is something like only 50% of the things that have come out of her pussy are retarded, referring to her like Down syndrome baby.
I didn't know she had a kid with Down syndrome.
Or no, it was her daughter. I'm fucking this up. I apologize to any Palin heads out there. I don't even think Conan did this joke now. That seems way too...
That seems a crazy Conan joke.
Yeah.
That might have been an older Colbert.
But no. Oh, old Colbert. The fall of Colbert is so interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, Conan apologized for some Palin joke, and I was just like, I'll never respect you again. And I don't. He's out there shilling for Israel. Go look up his Israel trip.
Is he really?
He's bought and paid for now. Colbert is so interesting because he used to be on Strangers with Candy.
Yes, which is a nuts show.
I can't believe I got my DVD set right over there.
I just started watching it because I love Amy Sedaris.
Oh my god, I have the biggest
That's who
crush
I
on
want to
her.
be, or like that's my.
She's so funny.
I like comedy because you don't become famous till you're 35, or you don't even start doing anything until you're 35.
Fuck.
Because I was just like I love her, or I love Tina Fey, and she's Amy Sedaris is in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And that's like how I first like learned about Amy Sedaris, but
like Colbert and like he used to have a show before Strangers with Candy. It was like something called Exit 41 or something. Has some insane. It's really hard to find. They're like it was like shot on like film in the 90s, and so it was like rips of like VHS tapes to early 2000s
awesome.
to like, so you can't find anything higher than like 140p.
Lost footage,
yeah, it is. And some of the sketches you're like, oh my god, Colbert is, because of how like libcuck he is now,
yeah,
he would be canceled for any of the old clips of him in like the 90s.
Yeah,
he's so funny. Back him on like Tough Crowd, him doing Stranger with Candy, and now he's like just doing his little song and that get the vaccine or you're a bad person. Like it's like, what are you doing? He's like crying about Trump and like, this is so gay.
It's embarrassing. It's
just
embarrassing.
make fun of him.
Yeah,
don't be like, don't take a moral high ground
Trump
about it.
Trump can't win again because comedy is going to be bad for 4 years.
No, that's when it's the best. That's the funniest thing.
What do you mean?
Trump winning? Oh.
Trump winning, that is funny, but then everybody else has to act real gay again.
No, you don't.
No, I mean, not like us, but everybody else everybody's going to get really like, people are getting real chill about some stuff right now.
They really are. But I think that's because Israel overstepped their bound. they're like, we're the most popular country on earth. And everyone's like, hold it. You can't do that.
I don't know. I think, well, like, because everybody's going to get like everything is political again if Trump wins again. It's going to go back to like you can't say anything funny anymore.
But I like when that happens because I stay me the whole time. And so when everyone is being like, you can't do that, well, I'm like, I'm still doing it. And it makes it easier for me to be like a little bad boy.
I don't know. I like getting booked. I don't know.
That's your problem. You like being successful.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're
just
still
a little
in love
bit.
with that. So that's fair. But no, I like it. I like it when everyone's like, don't. And I'm like, oops.
Oopsie whoopsie.
Oh, no.
Now everybody's going to get real annoying real fast if he wins again,
He's going to win.
Yeah, he's going to win.
Unless they kill Joe Biden and then Kamala.
Did you see the thing where they were like calling him old? And then the
Trump?
people, no, they're calling Biden like too old.
Yeah.
Or like Hillary said that, which like is true. But
yeah.
Do you think they're trying to soft launch Kamala?
I think they're probably. Let me switch into conspiracy mode. I think they're probably playing 4 different plans all at once, and to see whichever one sticks the most. They're like, do we kill Joe Biden? Do we have Kamala? I can never say her name right. Do we run her as the new president and have like Hillary as a running? No, they couldn't do Hillary running. But I do think it's like, I don't know. It does. I'm not even worried about like Trump winning because the second they're like, did they steal the election again? Mm-hmm. Which they did the first time. Mm-hmm. It's like it's going. No matter what happens, the country is going to descend into chaos on November. When's election day? 8th or 7th? Is it 6th?
It's always the first Tuesday of November.
Anyways, just the day after. Be prepared and just be normal. Whatever.
Well, it took like a week after the Biden-Trump one for them to call it for Biden.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that because I was in Boulder, Colorado, and they announced it, and people literally came out into the streets and started dancing. It was so embarrassing.
I was in my apartment up in Astoria, and I hear like honking and people cheering, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on? Is there like another parade?" It was really embarrassing. Like
people in Boulder were crying.
Yeah,
they were like, "Yes, it's over."
And I'm not, because I remember the other equally embarrassing thing was when Trump won in his first time, I'm bad with it, 2016. I was at a drinking with a bunch of comedians, and they started crying when Trump, and I'm like, I was like making jokes like I normally, I'm like, guys, come on, whatever, it's not
so
and
bad.
they were like mad. I'm like, that's not mad, this is serious. I'm like, shut up. And they're all in Salt Lake, and I have a career in New York City. Interesting how that works.
That was like 2018.
Yeah, people who get like too involved like on their teams. I'm a libertarian, so fuck it. I'm never gonna win. Oh yeah.
Like not left leaning, or like what do you believe?
On like libertarian stuff?
Yeah, like what? Yeah. What's your main issue?
My main issue is probably an environmentalist one.
Okay.
Where companies are like polluting too much.
That's fair.
Also, I think I guess my main issue would be like government corruption. That's really it.
Are you so no free healthcare? You're not pro free healthcare?
I would be, but it's like what we have right now is the worst of both options. It's you're required to. I don't even think they require you to get it anymore. It's just the government.
Yeah, it's weird that it was like illegal to not have healthcare. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Which was fine when everyone had it, but like it was like the government making you buy privatized healthcare.
Yeah.
So I think it's bad when it's. I think the main issue we have right now is the government forces you to choose companies, or like it's the lobbyists and companies are together. So if it is like a whole socialist thing and the government's in charge and quote unquote uncorruptible, whatever, not controlled by companies, then it can be good. It can be like
if they actually nationalized it. Yeah.
If it was like a Nordic country,
yes,
where everyone's happy.
Even like England seems like they have it under control.
Maybe. Well, I don't know.
They just don't have
I hear
dental
different
care.
stories. No, they don't.
No, yeah. That's ugly.
Your gross teeth.
Ew, gross.
And so then the other problem is if it's completely, I think we're not a problem, but I think if it's like, if you do have like a libertarian super like everything's capitalist, then you have all these companies who have to compete against each other is the idea. And so then they're like, well, we offer better rates than this, and they're all battling each other. Where right now, the go-to example used to be we have maybe I think here at this house, you have one choice for internet.
Yeah.
So if you only have one choice and they're the government subsidized, they're the one that gets all the
I don't understand the internet thing.
What do you mean?
Like, why can you only get a certain one in every like area?
I think it's because they're in cahoots. The companies are in cahoots with each other and the government, and they're like, all right, we got this block. It's all a mob.
It's so crazy. Or like it doesn't like it. I think it's like that everywhere. Or like in Texas, it's still like that. But,
so what I'm saying is like when all the rich people and all are in government and all the lobbyists and everything control everything, they all like, all right, they all play the game and they just fuck everyone over.
Yeah.
Whereas if companies are not competing with each other and if the government's not doing their job of regulating, so there's like libertarians who probably are like, yeah, there needs to be regulation because there's none right now, and it's like a phony regulation. It's a fake regulation. Anyway, I don't know. That's my main issue.
Wait, so you're like anarcho-capitalist?
I would be if
that's crazy.
But we're not even close to that.
Hello.
That's Chuck the cat.
Chuck.
So, but it's like whatever. It's a way of me having. I'm like, no, it's not ideal for a giant society, but it's ideal for me, and I don't have to worry about blood on my hands when I vote. Not that voting does anything.
True. Wait. Okay, wait. So like, okay, dream society for you. What's the layout?
We live in a space utopia.
Okay.
Where I don't know, dream society. I kind of, we just got rid of lobbyists, I think that would do a lot of it. I think America I'm super pro-American. I'm like, because I hate when other countries come here. Other people are like, in Switzerland we have. It's like you have, or like people were like, you guys are so racist here. It's like every other country is the most openly racist country I've ever been to.
Yeah, they're doing like medieval racism in Europe. Yeah.
Where America is like, we have racist problems, but we have every single race here. We're all smashed together. And then the people like complain about our gun. Well, gun. It's like, name another country that has this many guns
Oh, you're pro-gun?
Oh, I'm so pro-gun.
I'm pro-gun, like, well, like, I'm from Texas, so, like, I don't...
Watch
like,
what you say. You're going to really get canceled.
No, I'm pro-gun, but it's like, I don't think you need to, like, be carrying them around. Or, like, I think we need to disarm the police.
Hell yeah, sister.
Which is, like, I think, which I'm pro-gun, and if the police, the police are never going to get disarmed unless nobody has guns. Like,
no,
that's...
the police shouldn't have guns, and every citizen should be armed.
Correct. Well, first of all, the police are never getting disarmed, so that doesn't even fucking
I'm
matter.
anti that. I'm anti a militarized police force.
Yeah. I'm not an idiot, of course. No, which, like, they're never gonna whatever.
But what I'm saying is,
the only reason people feel the need to have a gun is because the cops have a gun.
And other criminals have guns. Also, I'm like pro-gun, but I'm like, no, it's fun. I like shooting guns. I don't hunt. I don't do anything. I'm not a guy who carries around. I see why you would carry around. It makes your penis feel big if you don't have one. Yeah. It's like, it makes you feel like, it's my favorite Simpsons joke ever. Is the one where Homer gets a gun and he goes, "This is what it feels like to be God if he had a gun." It's just a perfect joke. So yeah, no, it's when my whole point about like other countries being like, you guys have school shootings there. It's like, I literally did the math of like how many shootings there were, and it's like 0.000000016 of the population. It's like nothing. It's blown out out of proportion because we have 350 million.
Yeah.
It is a bad thing. It's a bad thing when kids get shot or school shooting or mass shootings or whatever. And then the media over reports it. But it's like other countries have horrific stuff too happening. It's just violence happens. That's a whole different discussion.
Yeah.
So I'm like, America, for all of its problems, no other country would be able to do it as well, because we have so many different cultures, we have so many different races, so many different things going on here, and we're number one.
Yeah.
So I'm very pro America. No other country. Russia's like, China, who gives a shit about them? They're all Chinese guys. Just they don't have American problems.
I'd like to know what I would go chill in China. I go see what's going on in China.
I'd love to hang out in China.
I'd love to know what the daily vibe is.
But I'm saying,
China.
like, their issues. I don't comment on Chinese politics because I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, but I do think people feel people feel very like they're allowed to comment on American things because America is so predominant, or like
that's fair.
They're so like isn't it weird that we have like a military base in like every fucking country?
Or we have like that's a thing called Fortress America, where the idea is we could take on the entire world.
Yeah,
the entire world could team up, and there's a pretty good chance. It's like all South America, Canada, Mexico, Japan, like Russia, China, all of Europe, all of Africa, Australia. They could combine all their militaries, and there's still a pretty good chance that America, we could take them on. And that makes me feel good.
I don't yeah.
Chuck's friendly.
Hi, Chuck.
You can touch his head. Are you allergic?
Sometimes. I just like his vibe. Hey, Chuck.
Anyways. I'm really bad at explaining my politics, which is why I don't.
No, that's fair. It's a comedy podcast. Hi, Chuck.
That's basically the pod.
That's
Are you a libertarian now?
No, I'm like a.
You don't have to say.
Mao third worldist.
You're
like
Afro-nationalist.
Afro-nationalist.
Black Israelite.
Yeah. What is the thing where you I'm a posadist, I think it's where we're waiting for the aliens to come. Posadist. It's schizophrenic man. It's like space communism. I was really annoying about politics. Like until halfway through 2020. Then everybody reached their breaking point. Then it ended. Everybody that had any hope about like anything just gave up, I think, or the people that got into politics during 2016.
I don't know how you could be after the Bernie stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, they're
like,
just,
it's over. It's never gonna.
Brendan Walsh has one of my favorite like little tweets about it. It's like, everything in this corrupt nation, from the police to the politics to all the corporate cronyism, everything is corrupt except for the sacred institution of voting. That has always been.
Thank God.
Thank God that's the one thing that hasn't been touched.
God.
And is pure and never tampered with.
Ugh.
And I'm like, yep. So, on that happy note, do you have anything to plug or?
No, I'm in a movie. It's coming out this summer.
Shit. Where do they find you? Where if they want to follow you?
Oh,
if they want to see your hockey videos.
I'm Megan Bitchell on everything. Yeah.
How do you spell that?
MEGANBITCHELL. So.
Likewise. All right, is that it? Is that
you
it?
got anything to plug?
No, just our Patreon. If you want to listen to more, are you gonna stick around for the Patreon?
Do you want me to?
I would love you to.
What time is it?
2:14.
I have another podcast I have to go on.
What the
yeah.
I'm double booked?
Yeah, I double booked for today.
How dare you?
I can come back. I can do the Patreon another day if you want.
We'll see. If you want to listen to the Patreon, Meg may or may not be there.
We'll see.
Cowboy Boys or patreon.com/cowboyboys, cowboyboys.rodeo for everything.
Yeehaw.
If you want to buy our t-shirts, a new t-shirt coming soon, and you know where to follow me on everything. Thank you, Meg, for hanging out.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. Bye.